Today we have another viewer-submitted deck. Well, not necessarily a whole deck this time. We had a concept submitted. We were requested to make a deck using Shupe's Day Off, Radeyah, and Master Mirror with Lockdown. So, another Lockdown deck. This time we're playing a one-of deck with Shupe's Day Off and Radeyah and Master Mirror. So, playing Shupe's Day Off and Radeyah. We need Oneiromancy, more or less, because we definitely want to see these cards. And since we definitely want to see these cards playing Oneiromancy, I thought to myself, this deck's not going to have very many engines, right, when we build the deck. So it's not going to have many engines, so we need to go for short rounds. And we need a way to close out a round that isn't Shupe's Day Off and Radeyah, because we want to ideally use those in a short round 3. So the best way to close out a round, when we don't have a lot of engines in our deck, is to play Masquerade Ball. So we're playing Masquerade Ball again. We already have our Oneiromancy, so here's the challenge for this deck though, is we're playing Lockdown, so 160 provisions, right? We have Masquerade Ball, Shupe's Day Off, Oneiromancy, Radeyah, and those 4 alone take up 53 provisions, I believe. So that's leaving not much room in our deck. And then since we're playing Masquerade Ball, we need Aristocrats again, and we can't use duplicates. So I went with 1 Morlhelm Hunter, 1 Thirsty Dame, Roderick, and Vincent, and I wanted a 5th one, so I added in a Seditious Aristocrats. It has very, very minimal value outside of just being an aristocrat. Usually we just don't want to see this and get the other ones. As far as the rest of the deck, I already mentioned Vincent. Master Mirror is a requirement when we're building the deck. We're supposed to use Master Mirror. Honestly, this is a good deck for Master Mirror. He can get a lot of value since we're going to be playing so many low provision cards, which ends up being the case pretty frequently in these interesting Lockdown decks. So then after that, those are our big cards. Then we have a Van Morlhelm Cupbearer for the Purifying Poison. We can't play 2 Fangs of the Empire, so the only way we can get a poison without using Masquerade Ball is Van Morlhelm Cupbearer plus 1 Fangs of the Empire. Purify is nice. I've been playing a lot of Colgrim decks who are actually using the Defender now, so purifying, that's nice. Although we don't have, you may have noticed there's no Heat Wave or Invocation in this deck. It just doesn't fit. I mean, the only option is we take out, really the only option is we take out Vincent Van Morlhelm for a Heat Wave. I don't think we'd use Invocation. I think Heat Wave would be better. But I really just can't cut I could cut 6 5s and put in a 4, but it's just not going to work. So the only way we'd actually fit Heat Wave is we took out one of these cards, and we absolutely have to have Oneiromancy and Masquerade Ball for this deck. So the only option is Vincent, and I really think we need Vincent too. So yeah, those are the big cards. Cupbearer, we use Vanamar because it's actually, you can get a lot of points out of Vanamar if you lock something big and then kill it. And then Roderick is great. We don't have very many gold cards, honestly, so our selections are usually going to be very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 gold cards. So the nice thing about Roderick then is he'll almost always give us what we want, because we'll know what we're getting. Although we have to be careful not to have no gold cards in our deck in round 3. And after that we're playing Alzur's Thunder for some removal, an Alba Armor Cavalry for the lock, and then here's a Traveling Merchant, shuffle a card from your hand to your deck, draw a card. We absolutely have to see our good cards with this type of deck. So this is draws to get us closer to them. There's your Dame's Aristocrat, it's a good one too. Seditious Aristocrat, Dimmerdium Bomb, again some removal, same with Tourney Joust. Since we can only have 1 of each, normally I'd play 2 Tourney Jousts if I wanted this, but we're playing Dimmerdium Bomb, it's 4 for 4 removal. Usually if I'm going to use a 4-point removal on something, it's to kill it, because it's 4 or lower, so the Veil part doesn't usually matter. That being said, Tourney Joust is definitely a better card in this case. The Caravo Novice, again, lets us draw through our deck. And then we have a Nausicaa Sergeant, actually pretty good here. Master's Guise, Fangs of the Empire, also good. Iron Falcon Troubadour, we needed a couple neutral 4 Persian cards and some more in general, so some carryover armor is nice. Squirrel's another good 4 Persian card. We can banish Amphibious Assault or something, so whatever we want. Magni Division, because it's a 4-point engine, which is something our deck really could use, along with the Nausicaa Sergeant, Master of Disguise, that's why they're all in here. the Morlham Hunter, it's a Aristocrat, it's got Lock, it's what we need, and then an Iron Falcon Juggler, Life Juggler. Synergized with our deck, we've got the Deploy, we've got the Statuses from the Bleeds, 6 for 4, so that's the deck. We'll take a look at it in some games there, and see how it plays out. My hopes are not particularly high this time though, but you never know. Master Mirror can do a lot of things for you, if you're lucky. Alright, so let's get into the first game here. His hand's looking okay. We have our Masquerade Ball, which is nice. We have Master Mirror, and we have a lot of cards to transform with Master Mirror in this deck. We're going up against Uprising. Uprising loses out on a significant amount if you lock them with Lockdown, but they still have a lot of points in their swings later on. So I'm not overly concerned about this situation here, but I would like to make sure round 2 and 3 particularly are short by winning round 1, because if they have long rounds, they can get a lot of points out and then play like Leo for a whole bunch or something like that. So ideally we play into a short round 2 and short round 3. Given that, because I think with Master Mirrors, I actually don't want to transform my Thirsty Dame, so we're not going to do that yet. Just get a draw going back on top of our, or sorry, the bottom of our deck in this case. Let's go with that. We don't really need it. It's not too bad of a card in our scenario, but I'd rather just get rid of it and actually draw into like Radeyah or Shupe. Speaking of which, we don't have them or Oneiromancy right now. Although that being said, I think those are the only gold cards in our deck we don't have in our hand. So we can fetch them if we want to with Roderick. Royal Guards, I think I'm just going to zap those. There's no reason not to zap them, because I definitely don't want to play too many Aristocrats without the Masquerade Ball. I have 4 of my 5 Aristocrats in my hand right now, so that's good. I don't want to waste them all, right? Because if I play them all now, I won't be able to activate Masquerade Ball later on, and that would be a problem. That being said, I wouldn't mind Master Mirroring the Morlham Hunter away. That wouldn't be too bad. But then Thirsty Dame, I don't really want to Master Mirror, and I definitely don't want to Master Mirror Roderick. Well, the thing is, the leftmost cards in my hand aren't going to change, right? Because the things we draw go on the right. So, in this case, we're not going to change those unless we play them first. And in that case, Master Mirror will be transforming something else, and it'll be a long time. Speaking of the Van Morlham Hunter, though, that's a good lock target. You don't want him getting that energy value. I'm kind of curious as to what he will do, right? Because that's his main engine card, so there's target practice. Oh, nice, he boosted it. So he boosted the locked guy, which is nice because I'm just going to Vanamar it now, and we get extra value on Vanamar. I was going to Vanamar that anyway, but now it's just worth 4 more points. So that's pretty nice. Let's see, what am I going to do in the rest of this round, though? I guess we'll just wait and see what he does. I don't really want to play Vincent, but I feel like he might force this round into a longer one, because he definitely wants to win this round so he can get a long round free, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So that would be a good thing to not have happen, is let him win. Although if he tries hard, he'll probably be able to. There's not really too much I can do without Radeyah and Shupe and Masquerade Ball. Right, because we don't have strong engines. We don't have any engines right now, actually. And our point swingy plays aren't as big as a deck, say, like an Ursine Ritual deck. Not necessarily even Lippy, just like a Champion Swallblood or something. It's not as big. So that could be annoying. We can play around that, though. That's the thing. You can play around a lot of things if you know what your deck is good at and not good at. So here I think I do... I don't want to pass. I think in order to avoid passing, we need to get him out. Or not passing. To avoid losing the round, we need him to get out pretty soon. So we'll poison that. We can Roderick for Oneiromancy for our other poison to kill that. and that should probably get him out. And then we'll get Oneiromancy back, because I think we're only going to play 2 rounds here. Most likely. Well, 2 rounds if we're going to win the game. He might just leave now, actually, because of the threat of poison. Now he won't have to Roderick our Oneiromancy, which would be a better case for us, really. Now, I'm kind of curious to what he's thinking. Alright, so he's going to probably play something bigger, right? Yeah, Natalius into Amphibious Assault, right? It's always Amphibious Assault. Oh no, it's actually Boiling Oil. Huh. I did not see that coming. It's also better for us that it wasn't Amphibious Assault, which means it's probably in his hand. Well, it's definitely in his hand then. So yeah, we have Radeyah, Shupe, and Oneiromancy. Yes, there are our only 3 golds left. So let's go for Oneiromancy. Good. Any of them would have worked, honestly. Let's take out, look for our Fangs of the Empire. We'll get the poison value here. Poison that, and we'll just hit something with the collar, probably. No, there's no need to. We're up by 8. Because we can collar and then Vincent next turn, and that's all I'm going to play, right? Because we get Oneiromancy back, so we can play our Seditious Aristocrats if we need to in round 2. Those and our Thirsty Dam are our last 2 Aristocrats in our deck, so we can't play any more. Amphibious Assault. That's a pretty big card to hit with Vincent, honestly. So let's do that. We'll lock that, Vincent that, then we'll pass the round. Hopefully that's enough to get him out. If not, we'll just have to pass. I don't think he could. He's done by 11. I don't think he can win the round now. 1 card and win on even. So this is as good as it's going to get for us here. Just going to pass. The question is, what will he commit to the round before he leaves? Hopefully it's something good, so we don't have to deal with it later. Although I'm kind of skeptical he's going to play something good, because normally they don't. They know the situation just like we do. Geralt can, okay, he might be able to get pretty close to winning the round there. Here, with 1 card. Ooh, Berenger. So it's a tie right now? We'll pass. I don't imagine he wants to go into just 2 rounds. And if he does, I'm perfectly happy with that. Especially because we have Shupe Radeyah left. And what's it called? Masquerade Ball? Our short round's going to be incredibly strong. It's not that short of a round, but it's short enough for this to be relevant. I just need Shupe or Radeyah and I'll have everything I want. Shupe or Radeyah and Seditious Aristocrats, I guess. It's a lock. It's not really what I want. Squirrel. Also not what I want. Here's the thing. We can either play Shupe or Radeyah, one of the 2, or we can fully activate Masquerade Ball. We'll see how it plays out. There's Vesemir. Not great. We have to play Masquerade Ball because I want to get Master Mirror going as quickly as possible because we're going to need him to do something for us to win this round. Most likely, at least. So what's he has his big Eskel, Vesemir, and Lambert play. Amphibious Assault. What's this gonna get him? Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. That is something I want to lock. Or I can poison it and kill it next turn. Yeah, let's do that. We'll poison it and kill it next turn. The other Thirsty Dame. Now, these Thirsty Dames, if they're not gone wood, will actually give us a fair amount of points. And then we can Oneiromancy for Seditious Aristocrats, because we're going to need that second poison. The second poison is worth 1-2 points on our Aristocrats. It's worth 5 for getting rid of his guy. It's worth 6 more for stopping him spawning things. It's 11, and it's worth 4 for spawning the guy. It's 15. That's more than Radeyah and Shupe will be. So we'll Oneiromancy out our Seditious Aristocrat. The question is then, we want to lock this Griffin Witcher Adept first. I think so, because he's going to get 2 points a turn from that. With a shield, I don't know, it's probably equivalent to just playing our guy first, but I think I'd rather lock this. I don't think it really makes a difference too much. Probably be about the same. Probably be the same points either way. Yeah, there's a skull. Alright, Vesemir Lambert. Let's see what you have. 30 to 21. Okay. Now, he still has Leo, right? I can't do anything about Leo. So that's a problem, but we're just going to go for our play anyway. Let's see. Where is Seditious Aristocrat? Oh, there he is. Take that. Be a big swing for us, but I don't know if we have enough points to beat a Leo. Only up by 4. Master Mirror, this is your time to shine. Give me something good. Like a invocation. Yeah, there's Leo. Huh. See what, 14? That's a lot. Master Mirror, this is up to you. This is your opportunity to shine. What'd you give me? Gorthur Guat. Wait! He didn't play the Big Witcher yet. The one that boosts his deck. Oh, and Uriden's gonna come down for like 7. 6. This is gonna be worth 12. Gorthur Guat's worth 12. If we play the Viper Witcher Mentor, because the one Big Witcher that boosts everything in his deck is worth, that's 12 originals. It's still in there. Master Mirror, the legend. Let's see it. 46 to 44. Oh man, I hope this guy's probably a little triggered right now. Sorry about that. Master Mirror, the hero again. Being honest here, I'm not really sure if anything can top that. Master Mirror showing off why sometimes all you need is a random card to win the game. I don't think I could have picked a better card than that. Except Invocation, right? Invocation would have made Leo go away. But Peter at the reset even wouldn't have gotten us there, right? 3 plus a reset worth 9. Would have just gotten us a... It would have been the same. We needed 11 points there. Alright, we're locking down another Uprising deck. This time, though, our hand's significantly harder to work with. And he's got this thing going on, the Griffin Witcher with the Veil. Normally I just hit this with 2 removal cards. But I think this time I can't do that. So the question is, do I plan on playing long enough? I should get rid of this before it becomes a problem. Because if I'm going to play long enough this is a problem, I need to Vincent it now. Vincenting it now will also get us a good lead here. So let's do that. We're play Vincent, we're up by 3. Here's the thing though, that's really good for us here, is that he's lost the advantage of his stratagem. So he has no more stratagem, and I think we have Attorney Joust here to deal with this one too. So this is a really good spot to push hard with here, if they do one uneven. Because he can't really do anything about this. He's lost his bonus from the advantage. To be fair, we had to play Vincent, but a Veil-boosted Griffin Witcher is not something anyone wants to deal with. There's Erland, the guy whose name I couldn't remember last game. So he won't have that in his deck in case we get a random Gorthur Guad. Just start getting a couple points from Magni Division. He'll probably Boiling Oil it or something, but we have to get that going. We have another draw card. I would like to see Shupe and Radeyah. Didn't get to play either of them in last game, actually. Griffin Witcher Mentor?
Off you go, lad. Quick now. Retrieve my bolt.
So what next do we do here? We have Vanamar and our Master of Disguise, but we don't have a lock, so they're not fantastic. Roderick has what, 1, 2, 3, 4 golds to choose between? I want either Oneiromancy or Upbearer. And it's a very high likelihood I get at least one of those in this option. I'll throw my Master Mirror. Yeah, let's go with that. I forgot he was in there. I must have not counted right when I was looking through the deck. What do you get? Oh, Tibor. I wonder if we can just yank one of the Vescal at Ledenberg and Eskel's out of his deck. That'd be really good. Actually, be really good. Tibor would be worth 9 and he loses a big play later on. I don't really want to lose Vanamar to Master Mirror. Also, we don't want to proc Master Mirror again because that requires us to play Masquerade Ball with one aristocrat, which I'm not going to do. Berenger, fine. Alright, Tibor, go for it. Hit one of the Witcher trios. I'd love to see that. Oh, you actually did. Ha! Oh man, this guy's gotta be mad. Master Mirror into a Tibor to yank out one of his triple Witchers. Ouch. Master Mirror here. Haven't used him in a good few games here. A few weeks actually, I think. He really wants me to like him. He's trying really hard. Last game that Gwent, now he gave me a Tibor. He's trying. And they're both like they're not incredibly overpowered cards, just a situation he gave them to me and were very good. I could poison that, but I don't have a follow-up. I don't have a lock. I think we'll just have to call this good enough here. Because I don't really have an option. This... Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, Masquerade Ball. Because I was thinking about this. I just realized that we can't go to a long round 3 again, so we have to win this. We got a Usurper General? Or Officer? Okay. Master Mirror. I don't know how much harder you can try to get me to like you. The only thing that would make me like you any more than this... Yeah, I actually can't think of anything. Because if you gave me a Joachim or a K here, he'd probably just yurt in it. Yeah, that's right, get out of my round.
A superb specimen, truly.
Got the round 1 here. So yeah, we need. I was gonna pass earlier there, and then I realized we can't go to a long round 3. We just don't have the engine or long round power. And because we go to a 9 to 9 card round 3. No, 10 to 10. We have full round 3. I can't beat him in that, even with Masquerade Ball. He just gets too much value. Let's see. We don't need that poison. We have Squirrel, but he's gonna have his second play of Amphibious Assault. Doesn't do much. I just want to shorten this round, right? I just want to shorten round 3, I mean. Because we have some big plays. With Griffin, Witcher, Adept, again, I'm going to lock this, and then next turn we'll play the Master of Disguise. Then we'll play Squirrel, and we'll either pass after booting him that far, if we get anything good, otherwise I might play the Usurper. He's going to give us 13, right? 1 from the deploy, and then worth 12. That's pretty good. We could save it as a surprise, but another target practice. Man, I wish I had Vanamar again. Let's see, Master of Disguise. We won't have Vincent, so we're losing... We did use up our Masquerade Ball, but that's fine with me, right? Because we only have 2 Aristocrats left in our deck. And neither of them I really want in my hand. The Morlham Hunter is okay, but I really don't want a Seditious Aristocrat. It's only in here because I felt like we needed more Aristocrats, and it's definitely turned out that way. It's good that we did. Another target practice. So we'll play Squirrel. Actually, Usurper first. I want to push harder. Just do this. And then Squirrel's pretty useless here. I want him to commit something big. He's down by 10 now. That's pretty big. I could just Radeyah this and lock it, I think. We're gonna try for the game here. I think so. Let's go. Radeyah gives us worth 12. Actually, we lose 1 on the armor, but we get to lock that. Up by 15. Squirrel's not worth much, but we're gonna play it. I still have the deploy, so we get a point out of our guy. Yeah, there's Vesmer. Gonna pull out Lambert, I think is the one left. Yeah, Lambert was the one left. We hit Eskel earlier. So, can you do it in 1 card? We could with Leo, right? Use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Witchers, and Leo be worth 12, up to 43. And it's boosted by 1. So 44? Oh wait, we get 1 from the deploy, right? So we'd be at 44 too. So we can't just win with Leo, he's gonna have to play both his cards. Oh yeah, we have that boost too. I think we've done a good job bleeding him out here. We just need our, I think we just got Shupe in round 3, we should be okay. Because we just didn't want to go into a long round 3, which was our goal. He can't do this with 1 card. I don't think there's any card in his deck that lets him do it with 1. Except maybe Amphibious Assault. What do you got? It's gonna have to be big. Okay, he can't do it in 1 card. That's good. So Royal Guards comes out. But we bleed out from him that he was holding on to. Which was a good. Yeah, we got 5. Yurden comes down. See a lot of Yurdens. Okay, so good. We bled out all his good cards. We got him to play all those stuff out, so Leo won't be very good in round 3. This is exactly what I want. Now I just need Shupe. Poison's okay. Oh, this hand's awful. We only have 1 poison left in our deck actually, so we can't even use it. I say that, and there's actually a clearer. We could play Shupe. The reason I kept the novice guy here is because I wanted more options to draw into Shupe. I still think that was good. We'll play him first, see if we get into Shupe. If not, Cupbearer will come down for a poison, and then our last play is either picking between Shupe and the Fangs of the Empire. It'll probably be Shupe, but Fangs of the Empire could make a case if you play something big, but I don't think he will. Opponent goes first. What do you have this time? They're deciding something. I'm not actually sure what they'd be deciding still. Oh, Geralt. Okay, makes sense. That's not good that he still has this. That's really not good that he still has that.
Hey,
We could go for Shupe here and go for Mage for the 13 damage. Because we need what? 10 to get rid of both his guys. Or we go for the draw, maybe try and draw Shupe. Or we go for the poison. I think we go draw, poison. I don't think he has anything he really wants to transform. I don't think he can spawn any more guys. Yeah, get that out of my sight. I don't want that. So I guess we're gonna go for the poison. I don't think he'll be able to play anything that's transformed, so I don't think the Adept's that big a threat right now. I think it's probably just the last Witchery he had in his deck that Ken could play. And then we'll play Oneiromancy, probably Shupe. The best Shupe's probably Knight, right? Because that's a guaranteed 12. Well, not guaranteed, but there's 2 options for 12. The 4 damage and the 4 boost, although the 4 damage won't work very well on these things with shield. Oh, he did have something to transform. Ooh. I didn't think he had anything with Adrenaline left in his deck, so I don't think he's going to play that. What do we have left with Adrenaline? I'm not sure. Mage, I think he's good. Move, that's 2 RNG for me. Spawn random row effects, too late now. 13 random damage? He's got too many shield points, I think. Destroy a random enemy? That won't give us those points either. I think it's Knight. Yeah. The boost and, well, we don't have to play him now, right? Because we could still decide between him and Fangs of the Empire. I think we'll play him now. We could go for the lock. Lock would deny 2 points. So lock's not bad, and 4 is not bad. There's the 4 boost. That's the highest we can get, 12. So he goes to 16. We only have 5 left. If this is worth more than 5, I guess he has this. Oh, it's Leo. Yeah, I figured. Alright, he got us. He got us, alright. GG. Man.
Eyes closed.
Master Mirror tried really hard. We almost got him round 2. It was really close. I thought we'd be able to, but we wouldn't. We didn't actually. And it looks like this time we lose. Okay, let's see if we can pick up another win here. Hand's looking strong. Actually, we don't have Shupe and Radeyah, but we have Oneiromancy this time. Having Oneiromancy is very good for this deck. Okay, let's be honest. It's pretty good for most decks. Lock down the Arrakis Swarm. Okay, here's the question. Is it a no-unit Arrakis Swarm? Or is it the go wide Arrakis Swarm and boost everything with Living or Bone Talisman and Yennefer? Because we have to play very differently versus those. Very, very differently. We have to identify that really quick. Okay, well that solves that. He's playing the go wide and boost everything version. That's unfortunate because we have a much worse matchup against this one. Yeah, basically if he can spawn stuff in round 3, we have no way to kill off his little guys. And then he's going to boost them all up. So we really have to force this into 2 rounds. So we'll start with a poison. We have to force this into 2 rounds because if it goes to a long round 3, or even like a medium length round 3, he can spawn his guys and boost them all. And there's not really a way we can beat that because we don't get value. Nearly as much value as we normally would out of our poisons because they're hitting like 2-point things or 3 points, maybe a 5. Like this case here, unless hit Gurnikora, but he's not going to let us do that in the last play. And we won't be able to activate 2 1 turn unless we save up our Masquerade Ball with Vincent, which is what we should do. Let's go to round. If we go to round 3 and save that, let's just lock this. Good value there. Have our Cupbearer, so that's good. I don't even think Master Mirror could high roll us something that helpful here. It's not like we're Skelligon can get a Hemdall out of it. Man, Hemdall's good versus this deck, by the way. The Swarm deck. Especially when they get greedy and they just play the Swarm card twice. Like the spawn 4 drone card twice. Or they boost 1 by 4 and spawn 3 more in the row. In the row. You can zap down like 6 guys. 5 or 6 usually. Like this, we just play Hemdall and zap these all down. But we don't have that option though, that's the problem. Yeah, he's put them in a different row, but whatever. This was Vanamar this. It's a really good value again. I guess the training card, the Witcher training card, and that boost card there, both give us a lot of options for him, or not options. There's a lot of opportunities for us to Vanamar something that's already locked and he boosts it after it's locked. Not many people are playing around Vanamar for some reason. I guess that reason being not many people are playing Vanamar. But I like it. I've always liked Vanamar. Now here, we could Roderick. We could go for the draw too. We're not far behind at all, really. Let's go for the second poison, I guess. We're gonna probably do that this round. It's our best value. So I don't think he plays Cave Troll. So there's no reason to save it for Purify. There's no status effects he's gonna do to us. He's not like me. I played Directory of Old in this monsters deck for no reason, but he's not going to. Let's be real. Chimera. It's a turn early for the Adrenaline. No, let's just pass. We'll go to. I don't think we can keep up. Let's just go to a long round. Just let him win the round, I guess. Yeah, let's go to round 3. Wait. I guess that's not what he wanted. Okay. GG. Since that game was a short one, we'll do one more. I did, actually played a few games before this with the deck. With warm up, and then before those, well, I say warm up. Honestly, I forgot to turn on my, screen capture. So, they just didn't get recorded. Then before that, I played a bunch of games with this deck. I think 6 games with this deck, with Heatwave instead of Master Mirror, because I got Master Mirror. So I scrapped those games too. So we had a lot of practice with this deck today. Let's play like 9 or... probably, no, more like 10 or 12 games before this. Probably 10 games before... nah. I'd say 11 games. 11 games before these. We got a bunch of practice. He just played my Master Mirror for me. Huh. Sadly, I'm not going to activate it because we need this Van Morleham Hunter to lock Azure or Alzur for us. So there's no way he's letting us keep Master Mirror if we kill his Alzur.
The hounds have caught the scent.
What's funny though is you might think we're playing a Nova deck because Alzur is our highest provision and it's a 9. Because Radeyah's in our hand and Shupe's a special card. Yeah. We have Vincent and Radeyah in our hand. Yeah, that's what I figured. Doesn't look like he's going to let us have our Master Mirror. Oh well, we've got Vanamars. Let's get rid of Alzur. Make sure we can't purify it. I'm curious what else. This is going to be Colgrim, right? Probably Colgrim. Okay, I'm confused. There's a Kingslayer. I'm not confused. It is Colgrim. Is it Colgrim banish my deck, Colgrim? A seditious aristocrats. I honestly didn't want that card anyway. You can have it. If it's some kind of mill deck, mill Alzur, that makes sense. Let's play Troubadour and boost our Nausicaa Sergeant. We'll play Nausicaa Sergeant next turn. I could have played Nausicaa Sergeant first, hope the Troubadour would boost it by 1, but he's gonna have turning jousts. Or Alzur Slenders or Assassinates or Coded Weapons.
No one can hide from
He's gonna play my Vicarvio Novice. Okay.
That was not in the spell.
It's not bad as far as a Cantarella loss goes. The only thing is, there's nothing really bad for us to lose left, right? We have Vincent, we have Radeyah, we have Masquerade Ball. I don't care about losing. The only other good card in our deck is Shupe, and he can't play it. Right? He'll just do nothing. So, there's nothing good for him to take with Cantarella. He doesn't know that, but I do. There's a Tibor. Interesting. What are you going to give me? What's my top unit? Master of Disguise? It's fine, I guess. Oh, he could banish Oneiromancy, but there's something good to play with Oneiromancy. I don't really care. Let's just play the Oneiromancy with something bad out. We can leech. Oh, we could play Shupe Stay Off so we don't lose it. Nah, let's go Oneiromancy. We don't want him having it, that's for sure. Let's get this poison. Poison Tibor. That'll be scary for him. And we do have the second poison in our hand in Cupbearer. So we can kill it. It's a big swing. I'm guessing he'll pass now. I was really hoping we could force this on even. But, yeah. We'll just do the poison anyways. I'd rather have these other cards. You know, maybe we should have saved that for the Purify. I think we should... I didn't say that for the Purify. Doesn't look like it's a mill deck necessarily, because he didn't save his he didn't coup de grace there. So we still have most of our cards in our deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna push him. We don't know what he's doing, I'll just push him. So how do we push him? Can we just drop Masquerade Ball? Wait, yeah, let's just drop Masquerade Ball. If he has Heat Wave, he has Heat Wave. Whatever. Just so I've noticed, by the way, guys, that people who play Heat Wave are the people who play things that are weak to Heat Wave. This includes me too, right? Like, in every deck I play a scenario, I play Heat Wave in case they have a scenario. I guess that when you're making your deck, you're thinking about it a lot, right? Like, okay, we're gonna let the lock, no big deal. But things that are weak to cards, like Heat Wave, tend to have them in their deck. It's pretty weird. I guess not weird, because it's in your mind if you're making your deck or playing a game a lot, like, don't Heat Wave me, so you think everyone else has one, which is honestly a good way to play. Do you expect your opponent has the worst thing possible and play around it? You'll probably do pretty well. But sometimes you do have to take risks. Poison this, it's not too bad of a poison target, because it'll probably get fairly large. And then whenever he plays we can lock and Vincent it. We can even set up a Radeyah lock. We have Shupe still too. We can go for Shupe Resilience too if we need it. That's another thing to mention here. So we save Shupe for last, we can aim for Resilience if we don't think we're going to win the round. Because I don't know what he's doing. It kind of feels like a mill deck, but he didn't get any mill cards. I'm not sure. There's Brathens. These Duchess. Okay, so it's. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing we poisoned that Melted Sergeant. That might be his biggest card. It's a lot of points on Brathens too. I think we're gonna lock that. Let's lock Brathens, and then next turn we can Vincent the Brathens and poison the Sergeant. And that'll put him down to 4. From what is based on what he currently has, he'll put down to 4. That is very good for us. I think we can do this. Radeyah and Shupe present a lot of power and very few cards.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Okay, he just wants to thanks the Empire. Just create it. Sure, sure. Good for you. Hit him with the Vincent. He'll go down to 8 now, so we'll take this out and we'll poison the Sergeant. Up by 13, but down to 2 cards. Radeyah and Shupe will represent a lot of value though. If he has a... I'm not actually sure what he would have. He has Invocation still. I know he has Invocation, and he probably has Triangle within a Triangle in his hand. Triangle within a Triangle, I'm not super sure about. He's definitely has Invocation, right? Because he's playing Alzur, he wants big spells. And there's Oneiromancy and Invocation are 2 best ones he'd play. And then he might not play a 3rd, he might just use Alzur's Thunders. There might not be a Triangle within a Triangle. It's like a lot of triangles here. Could abbreviate it. Actually, that's a bad idea. Let's not abbreviate it. Let's call it Triangle. Pact. Wish I could do something about that. I still have poisons left, but Radeyah will have to do. We can save our collar. I'm guessing it's a weird Colgrim deck. It's probably some kind of Colgrim deck with Alzur. So as long as we have this set up, he knows he's in a lot of trouble. He won't play his Colgrim. That has to be what it is. It has to be a Colgrim deck using Alzur. Nothing else makes sense because he didn't mill us enough. He didn't really do anything else. Losing Radeyah to poison would be pretty bad. Alright, Shupe. I think I want Resilience here because if we lose Radeyah to poison, and then that's a 12-point swing because he's going to play something 4 points with poison, that's a 12-point swing that ties it right there. So I think I just want to go for the Resilience, and then I just want to hit something with 3 damage, I don't care what it is. Okay, he needs 23. Poisoning Radeyah represents 12. That needs 11. There's Colgrim. The deck size is not that different though, so he's worth 11. Then if he has a poison, I think we're fine. Okay, so we win if he had poison, and then this just gives us an extra point if he didn't actually have the Fangs the Empire's hand and get the 1 point from the Spy, so we win by 1 instead of draw. Oh yeah, okay, so we got him. So in conclusion for this deck, it was actually really fun, and it had a much higher win rate than I anticipated, because I anticipated like a 20% win rate, at best. Considering we're playing actual ranked decks with something that's a meme, I'm guessing? I don't know. Whatever, you can win a lot of games if you know how to play around stuff. I guess these people just weren't expecting it. So, as far as the deck goes itself, I was concerned about not drawing Masquerade Ball and Shupe's Day Off, and Oneiromancy and such. So that's why I put in the Vicarvaro Novice and the Charlie Marchant, but I don't think we need them, honestly. And I hate drawing them, so I'm taking them out. This is the part where I go over what I would change about the deck. This time it's my deck, so we're changing it. So I think we're taking those out. Demeridian Bomb I'm fine with, same with Tourney Joust. The big changes are in these cards, right? Seditious Aristocrats feels so bad to draw. But I think I just need the Aristocrat count. A lot of these 4s are actually good. The only thing I would like to remove is Knife Juggler and what's it called? Iron Falcon Troubadour. Then we have room for a 5 and a few 4s, so thinking of this, we need a couple more engine-y type cards. Honestly, Maxi might make sense. But I'm not feeling it. Let's see. As far as let's do the 4s first. We can find a 5 afterwards. So, honestly, we just want things that have good value, right? And what we're weak to is wide boards, and we're weak to longer rounds with no engines, right? So ideally we find engine cards, or things that do multiple damage instances. You know, like these things that are hard to find, let's find those. It's a good idea to talk. I would like to see, we don't have enough soldiers for soldier synergy to really work, but Nausicaa Brigade's not bad. Something will probably be boosted, so we'll take him for now. And then as far as these others, Slave Infantry I'm not a fan of, really. I used to love Slave Infantry before it got changed. But, yeah. Let's see. This is a 4. We can keep the Carvio Novice. We'll just take out the Merchant. Being 4 provisions makes this card much better, in my opinion. And then we need a 4 and a 5. So, ideally, we need more value. Golden Froth isn't great. Spores make sense, actually. We could save Spores as our finish for these big boost cards we keep having trouble with, like Colgrim and Leo. Because we don't have Heat Wave, and we don't have Invocation, so we can't fit them in our deck. So we don't have an answer to a big card. This gives us to an answer to a big card if the big card is big via a boost. So I think that's actually a good option, and then we'll go to 5s. Now, as far as 5s go, I would like something that's worth points or an engine. By points, I mean a lot of points. Not like Adrenaline Rush, though. So as far as this goes, we could take a Coated Weapons. Arthur Taurus isn't a bad option. Our deck is awful, so stealing one of their cards could be good. Wow, our deck is awful. Just look at this for a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 4 provision cards in our deck. And then 4 5s. Wow, this is... Yeah, actually, this makes a lot of sense. Viper Works Alchemist is my top choice right now. Let's just take a look quickly through the other options. The poison's not bad, because we could use it, but I think, yeah, I'm really feeling the Alchemist here. Yeah, let's go with this. I think these are the changes I'll make. Try this out. I don't think we need that worry about much about drawing. I think if you want to play this deck, I mean, I don't think I would recommend it really, but if you want to, you can. It's very different. For some reason I'm winning a bunch of games. I'm sure that I'll lose a bunch of games to throw after this though. Just so you know, it'll probably come down. The win rate will probably come down from like 60%, which is now, to worse, but whatever. It is what it is, and there's so many options for, I mean, I'm not going to give you options here for the 4s and the 5 version cards, or even these. They can honestly be anything you want. You just fill in whichever cards you want to go with. If you want to put in one at every soldier, it's probably a good idea too. Could even be probably better than what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Had some fun with Master Mirror because he's really trying to get me to like it. And we'll see you guys next time.